Building with BSP. All right, so we're going to look at some more stuff with BSP. Let's get rid of the static mesh. Again, I always start over just because. Let's take this and we're going to make one that we can actually be inside of. All right. In this case, if you right click on this cube, it'll actually allow you to make a size that you want. And if you keep it within the power of 2, it's always going to be correct. So look at the grid space is 32. So if I match or make sure that it's in the power of 2, like 1024 by 1024 by 512, and build this, and I drag it around anywhere within the scene, it's always going to be in the grid. See? Pretty cool, right? So if I build this as an add brush and then jump inside of it in the perspective view, you'll see that it's hollow. I can't see the box. This is not wall. This is just a single side object. Now, if I take my building brush and go into edit mode and lower it by 1 grid space, okay, and then hit subtract, what I want to show you is, yeah, this is wrong, but once you hit subtract, please don't make another subtraction on top of it if you fix it. In other words, what I see is they're like, oh crap, that's just a little bit too big, and then they adjust it and then build another subtractive. Don't do that. Do this instead. Okay, so I'm going to grab the building brush, move it out of the way, and fix the already made brush, the subtractive brush. Remember, there's 2 brushes here. Here's an additive, here's a subtractive, and the subtractive is what needs to be edited. So in this case, click on it and move it in 1 grid space. And then rebuild your geometry. Keep everything super clean and organized. Now I have an inside and an outside to this BSP. Okay, so let's say I wanted to learn maybe a little faster route for doing that. Well, if you go back to this, the cube, and click on it to build it. By the way, once you move something, if you move something like I just did, there is no undo. Okay, so just kind of know that. If I hit undo right now, it's not going to undo anything. So carefully move it back. Once you move something as far as a building brush is concerned, there is no undo in that mode. Big, huge pain, I know. All right, so what I really wanted to do was go to camera mode to grab that brush. So you'll see me jump into camera mode a lot just because it's safer to grab a brush in camera mode. Then, if I right click on this, look at this, hollow. And it says wall thickness. So if I say wall thickness is going to be what? 32. And it's hollow. And build. There we go. I just built that same room. But if you look at it, 32 here doesn't correlate to 32 here. Okay. So just know that. And you can try to learn the number. I think it's double the actual amount inside the grid space. So if you did 64, just to test it out, yep, it is actually double the amount between here and here for 32, because I think it's going by volume, not by grid space in here in this view. So that's how you make a room that's hollow. Very quickly. Of course, now if you wanted to edit that, you could go into it, look at it, and you'll find that there's an additive and subtractive variation of it once you build it. So let's put it over here and hit add. Let's fly over there. Turn up the volume here. There it is. Notice I had to hit add. I didn't have to add and subtract. And when I view it, if I move it out of the way, as far as the building brush is concerned, you'll see that it's a little weird in the fact that now both of these brushes are the same. They're not yellow and blue like they were over here. See, yellow and blue. Yellow will stand for subtractive, blue will be additive. But if you use the wall thickness one, they're both what I would consider additive. So it all depends how you want to make it. I like this way because I can separate these in my mind. If you choose this way, there is no separation for you. So that is additive and subtractive geometry and using the actual cube tool. So now let's look at something else in the next video.